Ashish, first of all, a
Hi.
lot of congratulations to you to score your desired points in PT academic exam, specifically
Thank
80
you.
points in speaking and all the other struggling areas also. So first of all, I want to know to guide the subsequent candidates that actually not I, they want to know that what was your strategy actually? How many days did you take to score these points, and what are your results actually?
I was not able to give my full time, but still I like able to get this result with your help. And yeah,
And what is your result actually?
yeah, I got overall 77 score. I got good score in listening, speaking, and also like with the good practice, reading and writing is also good. So it is quite helpful. Your website material and all the content practice material is quite helpful, and it's very inclined with the PT academic like pattern. Their question and everything was very similar, so it was quite helpful. So I was got very familiar with the environment and the question, how the question I will be facing in the exam. So it quite helpful for me in that case.
This was your first attempt, or did you write this exam earlier?
No, this is my very first exam, and so earlier I was a little bit nervous about it, but your words also boosted my confidence. So it is, yeah, it is one of the thing also which contributed to my marks.
So, in your point of view, what was some major struggling area in PTE academic exam?
Yeah, for myself, one of the first thing is like because this is our first exam, right? So I was a bit nervous about that, so it reflected a bit on my score. But overall, I got good speaking, speaking score, and apparently, like I'm a
What is
little
your
bit like
speaking score? Pardon?
it's 80, it's 80.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you share your
and
score?
yes, I'm. Yeah. So here is my scorecard.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, I will hide your personal detail here, like your date of birth and your registration number before publishing it. I will hide it. Okay.
Sure.
And with your permission, I will share this video on the social media also.
Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah, actually, these days we saw that many candidates are trying to take PT academic exam with some books or some free material available on YouTube, etc. And did you go with those also? Did you try those? And if not, if yes, then why?
So in my earlier days, when I start thinking about like giving this, clearing this PT academic exam, so I was going through all these available YouTube videos. I was going through, so there were some tips and tricks around that, how to sort and everything. So I tried that, but I see with your help, so some are not useful. So those tips and tricks are only useful for if you want to just clear the exam, and if you want to get the higher score, so those are not for that. So those will only help you for the just clearing marks like 55 or 60 range. But with your help and with your like all the skills and the whatever the content you have provided, those actually help me for the higher range. So this is the one thing, and also your one-on-one like or your one-on-one support as well, the content you has provided and the guidance you have provided, how to tackle each of the like module, like the speaking module, listening module, which minute details we have to notice and all the details. So those were quite helpful. So I would say like definitely this score is because of our one-on-one interactions, not with the YouTube videos. So those only helpful for the just giving us an impression like what is the things, how the question will be, what is the sequence of the questions, but this guidance help for the higher score.
Okay, as these days there are many YouTubers who are taking the OPT classes also. So why did you choose us actually, the Super Achiever Abroad Education, especially so? I am Shobhit Sir. So why did you choose us?
So definitely several YouTubers are doing that. So the one like big reason is, so they are giving all these classes and also in the big groups, right? So they have a like maybe 20, 30 groups or 50 groups. Okay, and this entire progress, the performance on this exam is should be given on the one-on-one basis, because everyone has a different like strategies, capturing mind or their habits and other things. So it's the one of the thing which help, like one-on-one interaction is because you will be able to help me guide the in some situation like wherever I'm lagging. Suppose I'm lagging in speaking like some wording because I have some issue with the like one or two speaking things like Indian vocals are there. So you help me in that as well. Like some like everyone has a different like tone and all the things. So definitely this one-on-one help. And also one thing is like earlier, like one of my friends suggested about you because he got 19 their score, the complete 19 or the four modules. And earlier than they or like others also suggested to go to you by others as well to my friend. So he suggested like he's quite like you are quite good on that. So that's the one reason I go for this one-on-one like sessions. So which is definitely helpful.
So before the exam, in which area you were getting some fear actually that sir, I may lose the score or I may. Which area was your most confident area? And definitely, I think that was the reading actually in which you were most confident. And
Hmm.
is it so?
Right.
What were
Yes.
your most confident area aspects and most struggling aspects? And how is the result reflecting those?
So earlier, my strong area was the speaking and writing. But I was a bit hesitant about the speaking and the listening part. But the score is quite opposite. So we practice a lot on the speaking, and your guidance on the listening is so that I got high score on those, and reading and writing are slightly less. But yes, so because of this session, so this result is like that. So I got like overcome my all the fears and then completed my study.
How many hours did you were allotting to for the self preparation? And were you studying every day? Were your session on every day during the 2 months as you told?
Yeah, session was like yeah. So we because I have my hectic work schedule, so I'm not able to cope up with the like everyday sessions because practice is very important in such a like scenario. So like session was we having is the alternate day basis, and along with that we have the like assignments to complete with the like reading or in each of the modules. So in the period I was working on the assignment and practicing the things, and then on the next session then we be covering the all the doubts, and then like if there is any issue or like correction then you help me correct that. So is in that case like we are working on that. And also the other thing is like I'm like working as a IT professional, and I'm not able to give the complete time or preparation time over that. So hardly I was able to give, if you like if we give an average, so it's around 1 to 2 hours only on an average per day basis. Yeah.
Means I think that approximately over the since the beginning to end of the 60 days journey, I think that we did approximate you did approximately over total overall approximately 100 hour preparation. I think so. Is it
Yeah. Yes,
not?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And also
Okay.
I
And
have different things like as a we have to work on the other things as well. Sometimes I got hectic my work, some injury, or I have to travel outside my town. So also it is helpful to accommodate according to the schedule. So you help me in that as well. Like you adjust it according to my schedule, and then we can arrange the session as per as timings. It is
okay,
also
what is the
helpful.
new format of the PT academic exam that did you faced? The
So in the
sequence,
new
the
academic,
activities.
one of the major change was this the summarized group discussion was there. So I got three such questions in my exam. So that's the one change I observed. So earlier because before the August 25, so that particular question was not there. So it's there. So it also impacted somehow, but I'm able to answer that correctly.
Okay, and you did you get respond to situation also?
Yes, I got to respond to situation questions.
So how do
And
you criticize these new two activities of the exam?
so definitely this respond to situation is related to your day to day life only. So I see this module is quite helpful, whenever we got indulged into some discussions, or like we are going helping some our colleagues or our friends. So it is really helpful in that way. And for the summarize group discussion as well, because this is our everyday task, right? So some few friends are discussing over that, and then we got some amusing discussion, and then we have to convey the same thing to other person, right? We are sitting in another group and then discuss the same thing. So how we will discuss the thing or like convey the like summary or things. So those are also very relevant to our day-to-day lifestyle. So
So
those
did you
are
prepare
relevant.
any yes, yes. Did you
Yes.
prepare any template for any speaking activity or somebody spoken test or essay writing or some writing test? Any templates?
No, no, no. There are no template for any of the questions. So those are straightforward, purely on the basis of the discussion and the questions we have. Because each of the module in our subsequent speaking or you can say listening, or the modules have the content score now. Also, in some of the modules, PT Pearson increase the content marks, because content is more important. And if we use the templates in that case, it will reduce the content, actual content.
Mm.
So this will definitely hamper the score. You may score the 50 or passing marks, but you can't get the higher score with the help of template. So that's the one sure thing. So that is important. So with
Means
the
you are
template,
saying that if we are following templates, then we may lose our listening score due to content.
yeah, listening score and content score as well, because suppose if we are going to use the 20% of the content with the
Hmm.
template, so they will easily detect that it is template and this is the generic statements which can be used anywhere. So it definitely detect that and then reduce those subsequent 20 or whatever the percentage they can compute, and it will not give that high score.
Okay, correct me if I am wrong. I think that the reason for the reading score is that we were most confident with our reading. We were during the session, during the practice sessions, we were committing no wrong answers. So therefore, we did not do as much practice over reading as we did over the speaking. Is it right or wrong?
Yes, so I mostly focus on speaking and listening two parts, because I thought reading and other writing I will do. But the main thing is at the time of exam, I mentioned earlier, so I got nervous a little bit, not that much. And after that, I there are several filling the blanks, like reading filling the blanks. So I keep focus on one of the things and one thing go down. So also timing matters in this exam. So in the listening and writing, timing mattered a lot, and yeah, yeah. I would like to suggest to everyone the have the complete practice. Do not depend on any predefined templates or in be it in that in essay, respond to situation, or several other speaking modules. So do not rely on the solely on the templates. So try to give your best and don't get nervous in the exam, and be up to mark. Be fluent in the speaking. Always be present in the listening time, and also for the reading keep practice. So all the things are depending upon the practicing.
Okay. How many stars will you rate Super Achiever Abroad Education out of five?
Five, definitely. Yes, definitely going forward. All the friends which are going to clear or giving the PT exam, I will definitely recommend to you.
Okay, and thank you, Ashish, and again, congratulations that you could score so much score with your too much hectic schedule. Really, you
Yeah.
being so you are IT professional, so with this hectic profession, you there was definitely no time for the preparation. I know that how you were doing that. We on many occasions we have to postpone the sessions also
Yeah.
due to the assignment incompletion, and we have to sometimes we have to arrange the class on the spontaneously.